As we start off this week, these sexual misconduct and harassment allegations do loom large over Capitol Hill. Al Franken, for now, saying he's embarrassed, but he's not going anywhere.
Well, he should be embarrassed, but he should be going somewhere, perhaps home. But the fact that he isn't, nor is John Conyers, it's really changing the entire nature of the debate of the Senate race in Alabama. Up until now, you had Democrats saying that Roy Moore had to step down. You had a lot of Republicans. In fact, most of the Republicans, particularly the Washington ones, saying Roy Moore needed to step aside, even though he has admitted nothing. Right now, they're allegations. They're troubling. They're disgusting. They're sickening, if true. But we don't know. And they were for 40 years ago. The stuff with Conyers and with Al Franken, they've admitted to as much. They also have happened since they've been in office. They've happened recently. And they say, we're not going anywhere. So the Republicans in the Senate now look a little silly saying Roy Moore has to leave, because to do so gives him a different standard than the Democrats. It has really turned Washington and the country on its head. And frankly, I think the Democrats have put themselves in an impossible situation.
And as a lead Politico story this morning starts off, President Donald Trump going all in for Roy Moore, even if he didn't actually mention his name. What do you make of the president's current stance and the way he's going about this? He's attacking Moore's opponents. He's not specifically endorsing Moore, but as he has said, he says it didn't happen, and you have to listen to him also.
And I think what he's saying is something that all of us recognize: the American system of jurisprudence. You're innocent till proven guilty. You have a right to face your accuser. There is a due process that has to be involved, and there must be evidence. There has to be witnesses who can corroborate. Those are all things that need to be done. And if they're proven true about Roy Moore, then absolutely he needs to step aside, whether it's after he's elected to the Senate or to prevent him from being elected to the Senate. But to ruin a person's reputation, career, and opportunities, and to do it just before the election, not during the primary, when it could have truly changed and put Luther Strange as the nominee, why wait until after the process, just before the general election, when it's too late to make any changes? And I think that's what the president is responding to. At this point, we're looking at two different individuals who will vote differently. The people of Alabama will ultimately make this decision. It's a tough one for them to make. But Doug Jones is a person who supports abortion at every level. For most people in Alabama, and I would like to think the rest of the country, that's disgusting. And forget the economic policies. I mean, certainly he's going to be for raising taxes and having greater regulation. But there's some fundamental things that just aren't in sync with the people of Alabama who are going to be voting and making this decision.
Do you have any predictions as to how, I mean, we're just a couple weeks away now. Do you have any predictions as to how that Senate race is going to go?
I think if the national scene continues to play out like it is, and there's all of these, not just allegations, but now facts, that not only did people like John Conyers commit some serious indiscretions, but even greater, we, the taxpayers, bailed them out, and it was shrouded in secrecy. If that doesn't make everyone, Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, seething with anger, then nothing will. As a taxpayer, I have no obligation to pay for John Conyers' zipper repair. I just don't.